shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire?
Oh, damn.
Did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's what rap a lot, don't rap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I...
Alright, let me tighten up.
We're about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach.
I just started a new damn game.
At Hard Rock
We're ready in
Stadium
this
in
other
Miami
league. I tell you,
Gardens.
boy, I'm in like 7
This crowd
damn
a few
leagues.
minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels. And we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York
Shit, half the league, I'm just playing to play. I joined it late. Team was already 0-5.
As we're underway in week
Yeah, my
13.
team was, nah, we wasn't 0-5. We was 2
And
and
they
3
will
in that
not
league.
get a chance to return this one
No,
as it's
high
in the
five.
end zone for a touchback.
No, I thought you just joined for the Packers 0-5.
Oh yeah, nah, they was 3 and 4.
Bridgewater on first down. To Gordon, out left. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And on an RPO, everything happens so fast. And as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
Yeah,
Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They was on wide side coming to skinny to get that get back.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And security. Damn, living quarters too deep.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Oh, he dropped me.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game
No.
in plus territory.
No, I didn't know I didn't notice who they were switching me on, and I fucking was diving. That's my fault. I had to stop in the backfield. I was just over here pressing circle and
score on the opening drive.
Oh.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes
nigga right here on me.
And tackled at the 21-yard line. So
Purple, kill that nigga. Oh, my God. Purple is still good.
That's my dumb just out here diving.
You on my ass? Oh, I can't never get it. Oh, he's different. He's different. Oh, Purple just terrible. One. Grab that. Grab that.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards.
I know that ain't no goddamn. It's a linebacker, all right.
Oh, get out of there. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I'll be back. Oh, God. Yeah, I might have to get loaded. I ain't gonna hold you.
He's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Still causing havoc.
Kaepernick now to throw.
I ran out of bullets, bro.
What is...
Looking for Funchess. Intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
That's my fault. I thought... No, I knew it.
Right here, bro. He in the house call. Oh, look outside, look outside, look outside. Be to the left. Look out the window. Look out the window. In the window. To your right. Yeah, right there. In between headquarters outside. The boys probably got him by now. He's not doing anything.
Damn.
Right, that window over there, please. Right by the boys.
Oh, he must have played that.
You almost never see nowadays when you fake it.
That is landing back on top.
Yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them.
About to come in that window. Did you skip that nigga by?
The risk reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. run your offense out there, put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned, they ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
Yeah. I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Kaepernick. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I got enough of
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. To throw is Kaepernick. Being chased out left.
A lot of teams.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. To Barkley on the check down.
Oh, okay. I see what he's doing.
35 before
okay,
going
like
out of bounds.
That's fine.
They get 6.
That'll
leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Kaepernick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hey, on the roof next door. Hit him with a flash.
On play action, it's Kaepernick.
Nah, bro. You can go ahead and call that.
Side complete to Tony. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the opening on the calendar next weekend. And
Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Oh,
but let's face it, partner.
That's
they
game.
Can't get caught looking ahead.
I didn't even know that nigga was right here on top like
while
that.
They're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45.
I done got a lot of fails with this for real. It was on this earlier.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
I've been going crazy back in the last few days.
Pretty solid, and of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he is met in his tracks behind
Take it to the
line
lobby,
of
please.
scrimmage. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater.
After you done that shit, really,
He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Palardy, on to punt. Kadarius Toney deep for the Giants.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And he's going to be out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss on the play, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he'll be hit as he
all you gotta do is block, bro.
And that'll fall incomplete.
All you gotta do is block.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
A gain of 6 there on first. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick.
I did not. Oh, that didn't hit the ground.
Intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over.
I know that shit.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
would assume that's how you do it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the...
Come on, bro.
Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Second and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Kaepernick now on first down.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
But they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
Oh, he dropped it. I should have hit it.
Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
This nigga getting so much pressure.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When they put that damn shit up,
had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Bridgewater to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time he was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He finds Funchess. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
Barkley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Throw left side, complete to Toney. Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Bridgewater now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively. Still 9 remaining on second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater.
I was there.
It's a touchdown. And now
That's
in the final
tough.
seconds, they're a
That was
PAT
right
away
there.
from likely getting this thing to overtime.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed
That
tight end
is
becomes a
tough.
luxury,
That was
and it
right
pays off
there.
big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Bridgewater will try and throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the ball game should end here on the kneel down by Kaepernick. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle.